So hello guys, so we're going to be making this dress in this series, see along series. So we're going to be making it, and we hope that you follow through step by step. Thank you.
So, welcome to Peridox online class, and you're welcome to our sewing club. So, this is the style we have for this month, and the first thing you will do is to analyze the style and what are the major things that you need to consider when making this style. So, the first thing to consider here is so the first thing to consider is that what type of dress is this. And this is actually a sheath dress like the one we made the last time, but you can see very well here that it has a joining at the waist, because it's like this button actually ends somewhere around here, so it has like a joining at the waist. Then it has a collar, that's the design element that is added to it. It has the basic bodies with a princess cut. I think it's armhole princess cut. You can use armhole princess cut for it. So it has a basic sleeve, and just a basic skirt part. So, and the skirt part is a bit pencil. If you can see, it's tapered at the hem. So now what we are making is we are making an armhole princess cut bodies. The middle is overlapped to just accommodate the button, and the collar that was used is called a shawl collar. Shawl collar, that's the collar that was used on the style. So we'll just then we'll determine the closure, the type of closure used, because if you look at this button part very well, it didn't go past the waist. Then you'll be wondering, how on earth is she gonna be wearing this? So we can actually put a zipper at the back of the dress. So the back of the dress, we have a zipper, to have a zipper at the back for easy for wearability. So that's just the analysis of this dress. So let's bring it out one after the other. Then the first part is that you have a basic sleeve. So you just have the sleeve to be basic sleeve. Then you have the bodies. This is how to analyze. The body is armhole princess cut or princess seam. Then the skirt part is a basic skirt part, penciled. Then it has a collar as the design element. And the collar type is a shawl. Shawl collar. Then the closure used to have a zipper at the back. Then it will have buttons. Then the buttons might be just like a make-believe, like a mock buttons that is not actually opening, just tacked on the dress, or you can open it up if you want it to be like that. So these are the basic things to be considered in the construction of the dress. So when you want to start a construction, you analyze the design first. Once you break down the design into component parts, you now start to cut the components one piece after the other. So you know the type of bodies you are cutting. You are cutting an armhole princess cut. So that's the type of bodice you're cutting. So now I can just do a small picture illustration of this for me to actually know where I'm going. The neckline is somehow like a boat neckline. Sorry, the neckline is not really a boat neckline, just a normal neckline that is formed by the shawl collar. You understand? So we'll just yeah, that's what we'll do. Just a normal neckline. It's just like boat anyway. By the time the shawl collar comes on it, it will now be forming this type of neckline that we have here. So this is the first thing you will consider, the neckline. So let's do the pictorial analysis. So welcome to the sewing club. This is a beginner sewing club, and this is our first project in this series. So we want to, so these are the measurements needed for the dress. So you have the bust, the waist, the bust, the hip, the half length, that's the waist length, the dress length, the shoulder, the bust point, and the bust span. So we might actually take the back length if we want to. So this is just what we need, and we'll start like that. So to start, you take the shoulder divided by 2. That's it. Then you take the half length, that's the waist length, which is 17. Remember, the dress has a cut on the waist, so you take the half length measurement. Then from that, you can take the bust span, that is 4 inches. You can take the 4 inches up. I want to be quick about it. Most of us know how to do this already. Then you take your depth, the armhole depth for, sorry, you take your shoulder slant 1 inch from the top of the paper. Then your armhole depth, which is 7 inches for this measurement. Then on the depth, you measure the bust. Bust is 35. 35 divided by 4 will give us 8 3/4. Plus allowance 1.5. You can just draw the chest line. And draw the chest line. Then you can draw the armhole line. And draw the armhole line. Then you do the basic neckline 3 by 3. 3 by 3 neckline. Then you draw your armhole slants. Then you can now construct your armhole. Yeah, construct your armhole. Then you measure the bust point on this line. Bust point is 10 inches. You measure the bust point on this line. So now I want to make the darts. You can make your darts 1 inch, 2 inches, depends. So I'm making it 1 inch, that is half here and half here. Now connect it to the bust point. I just want to be quick about this, but this is not the main thing. So connected to the bust point. Then I'll take the measurements for the waist. 28 inches divided by 4 will give us 7. Plus the dart allowance 1, then plus sewing allowance 1.5. So I connect this to the bust. So I have that already. Now I want to make it an armhole princess cut. So I'm connecting a curve to the bust point. So I can use my curved ruler, or I can do it freehand. I just connect. Find the midpoint of your armhole depth. the armhole depth is 7, so the midpoint is 3.5. So that's the midpoint. I will just connect it in a curve to this point. So that is my armhole princess cut, and I've gotten that right now. So the next thing for me is that I can just cut this out. This is the cutout for the front. This is the cutout for the front. I can use this to just trace out the back. I can use this to trace out the back. It's only that the back is so for the back, I've traced out the front armhole to the next side. I've drawn the bust line. I measured this is the zip allowance here, and I measured the bust pan, which is 4 inches. Joining the points together. So what I did was that I just measured 4 inches from this line, 4 inches from. So this is for zip. So this is the zip allowance. So from the zip allowance, I measured 4 inches for the bust pan. Then from the this is the neckline for the back is just 1 inch by 3. So that's how I got this one, 1 by 3. Then this is the armhole depth, 7 inches. Let me draw a straight line so that you will know. This is the armhole depth, 7 inches. Is the for the back, that's the armhole. Then from the neck point or from the shoulder, you measure 9 inches. That's where your dart is going to be starting. Then on the waistline, you measure 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, and you connect it to that dart point here. So that's the back. So the waist is 28 divided by 2 is 7 plus 1 inch dart and 1.5 inch sewing allowance. So almost like the same thing as the front. The only difference is that plate, like I said before. So now I'm gonna be cutting the if I want to use a princess cut for the back, I can just come and draw this curve to join this line here. That's for the back princess cut. If I want to leave it as a normal dart at the back, I can do that also. So it depends on which point you want to use. I think I'd rather just use this normal dart at the back instead of using a princess cut at the back. So I will just go ahead and cut this out. So that you can see that at the back here, I've reduced the zipper allowance there by 1/2 inch. So that means that I'll be taking in 1/2 inch from this part. I'll be taking in 1/2 inch. So that means that my zip allowance will just come like this at the back. Like that. So it's coming like that. Like this. So this will be my new zipper point at the back. So at that point at the back, I actually go inside. So I've notched it. I've notched. Then I can now cut this on the fabric. So for the front, I'm not yet through cutting. For the front, my most I can cut out the dart for the front. I'll cut out the dart also. So I have my princess cut for the front. So now my most concern is the front middle piece. This is the middle piece for the front. This is the middle piece. You can see the center fold line. So let me draw out that line very well for you to see. So this is the center line. You can see that collar or the front has a bit to this side, like to this side. The bottom side was not at the center for that dress. It was a bit to the side like this. So let me draw that line. So the button was at the side, not at the center. The button was at this side like this. So what I will do is that I can fold it here. But number one, we need to reshape the neckline. The neckline is not 3 by 3, it's wider than that. So we can just add 1.5. So to make the neckline, the depth to be 4.5 and the width to be 4, you can add 1 to the width. So it will now be like 4 by 4.5. You look at the neckline very well, it's not too close to the body, to the neck. So we've increased the neckline. You can do that to the back by increasing the width at the back neckline. You can increase the width at the back neckline by putting this. So the width at the back neckline will be increased, but the depth is still, the width will be increased, but the depth is still 1 inch for the back. So the depth is still 1 inch, but the width can be increased to 4 instead of 10, but the back neckline has been shaping. So like I was saying, yeah, so yeah, I can just fold this and trace it on another paper. You can fold this and trace on another paper, or you use your tracing wheel to trace it on another paper. So if you have a tracing wheel, you can use your tracing wheel to trace this line like this. You trace to the neckline. Just trace it out with your tracing wheel. Or rather, you mark the neckline from that line for you to see very well, like that. Mark the shoulder, just trace the whole like this. So the only thing you are tracing with the tracing wheel is this line. Or you can fold this. If you don't have tracing wheel, this is another way. Just fold it and draw the line. Right now, this is the center line. This is the original center line. You can still notch that down. So now I have this part like this, and I'll cut it. So this is the cutout. So I'll just straighten the neckline here. So I will notch that original center point, because that's actually where the overlap will be. The original center point, I will notch it like that. Then I will still bring the you understand now? So it's just like you cutting this one off. What I just did now, just like you cutting this one off. You understand? Just like you cutting this one off and just doing like this. You can see it's still the same thing. And you have this side separate. You understand? You have this side separate. So now this one, now you need to just add a bit to it so that for it to overlap. I hope you understand now. So that this is what we'll have at the end of the day. This, but we don't want it to affect the bust point. We don't want it to affect the bust point. We are still bringing this place a bit low. So we need to add a bit to this side for it to overlap it. You understand? For it to overlap it, because the button is on the side, not at the center. So you now understand how we got this one. You see that you use your tracing wheel to do it like this, to get it like this, or you just cut off this part out of it. Just cut off this part out of it. So this part now, we'll just put it on another piece of paper. So there are some designs that you will need your paper to cut instead of cutting directly on your fabric. You need your paper to cut. So just add 1 inch to this part. So let me just add 1 inch. So you add your 1 inch. Put my 1 inch line. 1 inch. My marker is going. I love this marker so much. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So on that 1 inch line, just place this one there and draw it out. Okay, let this thing open for you. So you can just draw it out. You trace it out like this, so you know exactly what you're cutting. So this is the one inch mark. Just place this one there and draw it there. So then you extend the neckline like that. So this is what I have here, and I'll cut it out now. So now I have this one like this, and I have this one like this. So it's gonna overlap it like that. You can still come down a bit. So it's going to overlap it like this. Then after the overlap, you still measure, make sure that you measure your bust span 8 inches. 8 inches. So that's how you overlap it. Make sure that your bust span is giving you that 8 inches. You understand? Overlap it until you have your bust span to be 8 inches. Then the overlap, you can notch it. So here we just straighten the neckline again, so that it can just balance up around here. I hope this is not too complicated for my beginners. So this is what we have here. This is what we have here. So this is where the buttons will be. You know, we have like 3 buttons. So that's the button point. Then we have this at the side. This will be at the side. At the side. So that's the front. So the front is where we have most of the work. So this is the front of the dress, and this is the back. So this is the back. So the back is like this. We're just going to place it on the material folded like that. So that is that. So placing everything on the fabric right now to cut it out.